Welcome back to the Week 8 press conference. Wow. I think I'm going to begin with, there's probably a lot of people thinking that Scott has made a lot of these videos and we haven't heard the only word from his vocabulary that he used the entire summer. And that's because I wanted to make sure that when I said it, it had an awesome impact. What we are witnessing over this last 4 weeks of this season is absolute bananas. My team has had the biggest turnaround in fantasy football that I've ever seen. If you don't think so, you're just lying to yourself because we all know it. I drafted Andrew Luck, who is dead. I drafted Jamal Charles, who is deceased. And I drafted C.J. Anderson, who would probably score more points if he was decapitated. My team is completely different than what I've had. Great managers make great plays. Woke up early this morning, talked to my sources, found out Antonio Gates was the play. He didn't do anything special, but he did more than Ladarius Green. Again, great managers make great plays. I also picked up Steven Diggs. Just complete overhaul of my team right now. Carson Palmer, third in the nation for scoring for quarterbacks. This guy's on fire. My whole team's on fire. Todd Gurley, this is something new. So many comments, so many good things to say. I've been looking forward to this since last week. I really knew if I could win last week, if I could beat Jeff, I was going to win this week. So, I already kind of mentally been at 4-4 for a while, but now that it's reality, it feels a lot better. So many good things to say here. This team is incredible. At the same time, we do have to make sure that I'm not being too rude. I think there's a few managers out there who are on suicide watch, if not already dead. Has anyone seen Jeff Forzak? Not sure where he is right now. He's better off dead. I've been saying for the past few weeks here that great managers make great plays. It also goes a lot to the fact that shitty plays are made by shitty managers. Jeff Forzak left Drew Brees, who put a 50-burger down today, on his bench, basically ruined the entire season for him, if we're being honest. We actually have his tombstone over here that reads, Jeff Forzak left Drew Brees on bench, dead. So thanks for coming out this season. When Jeff was reached out for comment, he only had a one-line statement that quickly read, 311 days until next year. So, Jeff, we're glad that you're counting it down there, and good luck with those 311 days because it's going to be rough ones, especially since you have a few more matchups along the way. Going around the league here, I think what's going to be talk of the league for the next week is going to be the trade that Jim made with Mike Altman. I was kind of on the fence for that trade. I have to admit, I did say I didn't really lean towards Jim's side. I thought giving up Ingram for just Beckham really was a weak move, but Beckham had a great day. As of today, I can't say much, but Jim, it is early in the season. We have to be careful there. But I know when Mark was reached out for comment on his team's performance today, he simply just said, fuck Jim, and that was really it. So, great matchups this week. Zach, the fact that you can't score anything against Tom's team this week is brutal. I wish you had a better performance there. Mike Altman claiming his team is stacked when reached out for comment. Mike, you have a good team, but I think we're all confident you're going to find a way to fuck it up somehow. So to be honest with you, not really concerned about your squad over there. Again, starting out 0-4 and moving to 4-4 with Tom up next week, I should beat him. This defense shit it's enough. It has to go. It can't continue for any longer. My team is 4-4 with a decent chance at making the playoffs right now. I believe I sit at 5th place at the end of this week. So absolute incredible news happening for the people's owner. Again, just proving why I'm a great manager. Everyone stomping on me, said I suck, wanted to give me shit. That's fine. But I've never missed the playoffs in this league. Even the people who won championships, that's great that you won championships. You've also missed the playoffs. So if you're looking at consistency, championships are about luck. I think always making the playoffs is some sort of skill display. So I'm looking to make the playoffs this season. It's going to be tough. I have a gruesome, actually Yahoo rated it the worst schedule remaining. So that's tough. That's an uphill climb, but that's okay. That's what we deal here with the people's owner. We build around it, we rally, and we're gonna be okay. We have some great players moving forward, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be looking at any trades because right now my team's on fire. So real happy with what's going on there. I guess we'll take a few questions and just kind of see what's going on around the league. Any comments for what's going on with Jeff Forzak's squad? I mean, that it's just in the gutter. They've had that franchise, since their championship. They really haven't bounced back. I think they've gotten too cocky. They haven't put in the research, the time, from the top down. I think it starts with the owner as well as the general manager, but it also goes down to their players. They're just not wanting to produce, and it's a tough time. You don't want to attack too many other organizations, rarely, but this is certainly a case where I'm going to attack another organization because they're done. Their season's over. It was fun. Glad they had a good 8 weeks, but sitting Breeze is going to cost him the season, so that's rough. Any other questions we got here? Yeah, your thoughts on Jim's trade and how his team is looking moving forward? The team's looking good. Each week I kind of say it's going to be on the decline, but it's not. The trade, it wasn't a good trade by any means, but it wasn't a bad trade. I think Jim is a little bit lucky that Odell had a great day. But, I think it's really important for him to keep his head down. He's a rookie. A lot of people are giving him shit, and just move forward with what he believes is going to give him a good team, even if it does or doesn't. I think we have time for one more question. These are starting to run a little bit long. Any comments about your matchup next week with Tom's team? Tom's team sucks balls. If there were, I don't even know. I don't even have a chirp. It is just so shitty. How he has wins is bananas. It's ridiculous. I think I'm going to take Tom's team to the fucking shed out back and shoot him and tell him the season's over, because all he needs is if 2 losses, he's probably fucked. He has no points scored. He's going to lose that tiebreaker any day of the week. So someone just needs to, as Kevin from the Shark Tank would say, when it's not going well, sometimes you have to shoot the dog. It's a hobby, not a business. And that's what Tom's doing over there. He's not running a business. He's just enjoying a walk in the park, and that's got to end soon. And as the people's owner, I represent the league. I think we've talked about this in the past, and a lot of league members are really upset. Jim came out right and said it, that he was very upset with his Tom stupid defense. I don't think Jeff and Mark are for it either. And that's what I do as the people's owner. I kind of put people in their place, and that's what I'll do next season. So have no fear, Jim, Jeff, Altman. I got your guys back. They don't call me the people's owner for nothing. I'll take care of Tom next week. Move on to 5-4. And really try and make that playoff push versus a really tough schedule the last 4 weeks. I will admit we actually have some worthy competitors in those weeks. It's going to be fun. But, again, couldn't be more proud about this week's performance. We're sitting at 112 points, and I still have my defense and my kicker. So we're probably looking at 125. If you're people like Jeff or Goody, you're probably just shooting yourself that you don't have the skills that the people's owner, Mark and Jim, seem to have. Altman, you're probably always going to sit in that middle of the standing, so I'm glad you found a place that you enjoy. That's a nice spot, Most seasons you'll make the playoffs, on the seasons you don't. You weren't expecting to make it anyways. You're doing good. I'm happy for you. Last comment here is Jim should probably change the name Murder Tour after losing to Tom Steen and almost not beating Mark this week. He's going to beat him pretty well, but almost not beating him. Should probably look at a different name. I think the people's owner is working out real well for us over here. And excited to move on to Week 9. So good luck, everybody. You're all losers.